Assalamu alaikum, brothers and sisters. Today I'm going to talk about a topic which relates to the past, present and future. A topic which is a sign of Yawm al-Qiyamah. Yes, I'm talking about Yajuj and Majuj. Prophet Muhammad ﷺ has said that the day of judgment wouldn't occur until 10 signs are shown in the world by the will of Allah. In those 10 signs, one of them is the appearing of Yajuj and Majuj to this world. So let's talk about how this story is presented in the Quran and Ahadees. The main character of this story is Zul Qarnain. So let's talk about him first so we can better understand the story. As it says in Surah Al-Kahf, Zul Qarnain was a righteous Muslim king who always helped poor people and made people happy. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala says in Surah Al-Kahf, أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم حتى إذا بلغ بين الصدين وجد من دونهما قوما لا يقادون يفقهون قولا. Ayah 93. The translation for this ayah is, one day Zul Qarnain reached between two mountains, and beside those mountains he saw a group of people living. As soon as the people saw Zul Qarnain, they knew that Zul Qarnain was calm, gentle, righteous leader who would listen to what they wanted to say. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala says, قالوا يا ذا القرنين إن ياجوج وماجوج مفسدون في الأرض فهل نجعل لك خرجا على أن تجعل بيننا وبينهم سدا. Ayah 94. The translation for this ayah is, the people went to Zul Qarnain and said, O Zul Qarnain, Yajuj and Majuj always attack our people. Please save us from them. The people also said that take anything you want from us, but please make a wall between us and Yajuj and Majuj. Now listen carefully, because the exciting part is coming up. The people are now talking about the appearance and personality of Yajuj and Majuj. The people said, O Zul Qarnain, Yajuj and Majuj are like you and me. They have both girls and boys in their families. But Yajuj and Majuj are two different kinds of people. One kind is so tall that they could easily jump over mountains. Some scholars even say that they were 120 yards tall and 60 yards long. The other kind is so short that they could easily crawl and go from one place to another. Some scholars even say that their height was between 1 feet and 4 feet. The people then said, O Zul Qarnain, Yajuj and Majuj are really hairy, have big ears, have nails like sharp knives, and if someone from their family dies, they eat their dead body. Now while I'm talking to you guys today, Yajuj and Majuj are still alive, and the proportion is 1:1,000. Meaning, if there is one person in the world, there are 1,000 Yajuj and Majuj. Meaning, if the world's population is 7.53 billion, the calculators can't even count the population of Yajuj and Majuj. Next, the people said that the favorite food of Yajuj and Majuj is fish. And whenever rain happens, on the other side of the mountains where Yajuj and Majuj live, fishes fall from the sky. And if one day fishes don't fall from the sky, Yajuj and Majuj come out of their houses and destroy everything on the other side where we live. The people then said, O Zul Qarnain, Yajuj and Majuj are so smelly that no one can hold it. They're so loud that a person can become deaf. And when they're thirsty, they can drink a whole river. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala says, قَالَ مَا يمكنني فيه ربي خير فأعينني بقوة أجعل بينكم وبينهم ردما. Ayah 95. The translation for this ayah is, Zul Qarnain then said, I don't need any money from you, because Allah gave me everything. I will help you create a wall, but you would have to give me manpower. The people immediately said, we agree. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala says, أأتني زبر الحديد حتى إذا ساوى بين الصدفين قال انفخوا حتى إذا جعله نارا قال أأتني أفرغ عليه قطرة. Ayah 96. The translation for this ayah is, Zul Qarnain then told the people to bring sheets of iron and fuel. Then Zul Qarnain told them to burn the fuel. The fire was so hot that the sheets of iron melted and got attached to each other. Zul Qarnain then told them to bring copper and melt it. When the copper was melted, Zul Qarnain told the people to pour it over the iron. After this step, the wall was created. Some scholars even say that the wall was so tall that even the tall Yajuj Majuj couldn't jump over it. And the wall was so strong that they couldn't even break it. Now this was 500 years before the birth of Prophet Isa alayhi salam. Now let's talk about present. One day Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alayhi wasallam was sitting with his companions, and he said, Yajuj and Majuj carved out a hole almost the size of a dirham today. But whenever they carve out a hole and go to sleep, the hole fills itself. And it's been said in a hadith that this process is still going on today. It's also been said that there would be one day when, by the will of Allah, Yajuj and Majuj will master in breaking the wall. Yajuj and Majuj would come out and they would run everywhere. It's been said that there would be no part of the world where Yajuj and Majuj wouldn't step in. After killing everybody, Yajuj and Majuj will shoot arrows at the sky intending to kill the angels also. And the arrows would come down with blood on them by the will of Allah. By looking at this, Yajuj and Majuj would be really happy and they will call themselves God. Now that would be the time when Prophet Isa would come in the world and he would make dua for ending this fitna. By the will of Allah, Prophet Isa's dua would be accepted and Allah would burn an insect on Yajuj and Majuj necks and they would instantly start dying. There would be so many dead bodies that there would be no place to step in. Then Prophet Isa alayhi salam would make dua and Allah would create birds which would be the size of camels and they would throw the dead bodies into the sea one by one. And then Allah will make rain happen and then everything would be green again. And Allah knows best. وَهُوَ عَلَى كُلِّ شَيْءٍ قَدِيرٌ وَمَا عَلَيْنَا إِلَّا الْبَلَاغُ الْمُبِينُ.